As I be doing comedy in the mall right here. I'm working right across the hall from Forever 21. And I walk through the mall, they got that Sean John on sale. If you go upstairs, that Sean John is 90% off right now. I went in there and bought me a wife beater. I mean, who knew? Who would have known that Diddy is really Big Red from the Five Heartbeats? I had no idea. I was a fan. I watched Making the Band. Matter of fact, my son is in prep school. He goes to school with Bentley Farnsworth's son goes to my kid's school. And, you know, I've been wanting, we talk, and it's like that elephant in the room. Because I want to say, what did he do to you, man? I know he did something, but who would have known that Puff was worse than Suge Knight? I watched the video. I was in disgust, man. I just went in immediately. I set my Sean John velour on fire. I was like, he's a monster. I didn't know. And he need to get up out of here. He need to go to Bali with Russell Simmons and get a bunk bed. Just check in. Because they coming for Diddy. Brother love my ass. I don't want that kind of love, brother love. It's bad. It's just bad, man. And I remember, like, the first time I had Sarac. I can still remember this day. This was back in 08, 09 when Sarac first came out. And I'm going to tell y'all this story. So when Sarac first came out, 08, 09, I was still working as a pharmacist. I was a little depressed and shit. You know, I had issues. And a friend of mine, we all went to the strip club in Atlanta. He rented out a section. He had a lot of money. So it was my wife. He was with his girl. And the Sarac comes. And I didn't know what this was. So I started to drink the Sarac like it was juice. And I was like, bro, I don't know what this ain't doing nothing for me. Like, it's nothing. I'm taking them down. I keep taking them down. Now, after about 20 minutes, I watched my soul like get up out of my body. I'm sitting there and my soul just lifted up and the DJ playing is packed and I jumped out of me. And I looked at me, I said, hey man, LaVar, you are a comedian, man, you funny. Go up there to that DJ booth, tell that DJ to give you the mic to turn this motherfucker up. And I looked at myself, I go, you're right. So I leave my people, I leave the table, they not paying me no attention, they getting faded. And I go up to the DJ booth, and I looked at the DJ, I say, hey man, I'm comedian LaVar Walker. Give me that goddamn microphone so I can turn this bitch up. And he looks at me and he goes, security, come get this nigga. Now I'm in the DJ booth. I see the security guard. Now this is a rough club. This is one of them clubs you go to where you know it's scary because you look at the bouncer, they got everything on. They had like little grenades, parachute, backpack, billy club, tasers, big old dude, big old, like I'm back there and I see him coming. I just see him coming, blue, 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 blue. And they came and one of them put his hand like right on the back of my neck. And it was a big club like this, so they drugged me out of the club. Now, I tried to run like so he couldn't drag me, but no matter how fast I walked, he walked a little bit faster. So they dragging me out the club. I walk by my table. My wife and my friend just look like what they just look as they dragging me out. So now the Sarac done kicked in. It's like I'm super sauce. Now they got me outside I'm in the parking lot of the club. I turned into a prosecuting attorney. I said, let me tell y'all something right now. Unhand me. Y'all are messing with the wrong one, because this bitch will be a Waffle House in the morning when I'm through suing this fucking place. Now they getting ready to beat my ass, and I see my friend with the money, he come out, he's paying them. My wife, she comes out, she see me about to get my ass kicked. And women, y'all don't help her. Like, typically, when the man about to get his ass kicked, just hollering doesn't help, all right? Just, oh my God, please don't kill him. Like, throw a punch, baby, kick, do something. I'm about to die, and you just hollering? So anyway, my friend pays him off. I'm faded, I go home, and I almost died, and that's why I'm suing Puff for damages. Like, look, I need some money too. I can't. And I'm gonna tell the members of Making the Band who he made go walk and get that cheesecake. They need to sue too. Dylon is in distress right now. He's in distress. It's too much. It's scary. I realized how bad it was. It wasn't even the Cassie articles that scared me. It was when Luke from 2 Live Crew said he left the party early. Luke from 2 Live, you know what I'm talking about? Luke, with all the women, they popping their ass, they popping coochie. Like, what did he see? What happened? He at the party. Oh, hell no. Turn that shit off. Let's get out of here. Hell no. That scared me, man. I got a friend on Ozempic, man. He was 450 pounds. He's now down to 170. And what was crazy, man, we went on the trip and we all went swimming. And he took them clothes off. That skin ain't go nowhere. He still got all that skin, and he dove into the pool. And that's when the skin just, he opened up. He opened up like a leaf on a tree. Like I never seen anybody like go down into the water so slow. Man couldn't even go under the water. He looked like a lily pad or something. I said, man, you gotta get that skin cut off. Cause a lot of y'all on that Ozempic, it don't shrink your head. You gotta get something to shrink your head. Y'all got these big, tall heads. Your head is long. You look like a lollipop. Just go see Beetlejuice. Let them sprinkle some dust on your head to get your head in alignment with the Ozempic, because that's what you need to do, man. I swear. Oh boy, it's good to be in Connecticut. Connecticut, seems like the only black people who live here are the ones in the witness protection program. Out of New York. I met a brother at the airport. I was like, what's your name, brother? Oh, I'm Charles. And somebody walked by, Deontay, and he put his head down. I was like, must be in the witness protection out of New York or something. You just up here hiding out. I don't know what's to do here or whatever, but I am happy to be here. I was on the plane, guy just talking my head off. I shouldn't have told him I was a comic. I was sitting by this white guy, just went on and on. Oh, you're going to Connecticut, huh? I was like, yeah. Oh, what you working? She's like, yeah. Oh. What kind of work? I'm a comedian. No! Wow! Comedian, huh? Wow, man, what you joke right? I'm like, man, let me get some sleep, please. I'm on this flight early as hell. It's 7:30 a.m. I just want to rest. And then his breath was stinking. He's sitting right, I'm in that middle seat too. In Comfort Plus. And he just kept talking. I just wanted to stab him in the throat. I wish I had something I could have hit him with just to knock him. I even you ever try to play sleep on the person on the plane? So they'd stop talking. He just kept going on and on. I'm like, would you stop? Worst thing in the world is if you got to take a shit on the plane. That's the worst. Especially if you get backed up, you can't flush it. That shit wouldn't go down on me one time. It was so embarrassing, because you're the only person in there. You thinking you could, maybe sneak out or something. As soon as you open that door, somebody's standing. The only thing you can say is, man, I don't know who came in here and shitted in this toilet. There's some disgusting people on this plane. Now, he got to go in there to pee, and you probably got to pee on your shit. Now y'all have formed like some type of weird bond. Like that's a connection. Like he knows things about you now. He knows your thoughts and shit like that. It's fucking weird. The worst thing if you shit in the hotel room, they need to put plungers in there, right? Because if you got it, like it's so embarrassing to have to call down to the desk to send somebody up there to unclog your shit. That's embarrassing, man, especially if you're the only person in the room. There's no one to blame but you. They done cleaned it out. It's just you in the room alone. And I had to do that, man. I hated that. And after I did it, I'm like, damn, man. The water was coming up. Thank God it didn't overflow. And I'm walking around like, damn, I got to call down to the desk. And like, hey, man, I end up clogging the toilet. Could y'all send somebody? No problem, Mr. Walker. We'll send someone up there. Well, they didn't have me, Mr. Walker. They got me checked in under some name. I don't know, Mr. James or somebody. But anyway, I called and we'll send somebody up, Mr. Walker. I was like, all right. And I'm sitting there in shame. And I hear a knock on the door. As soon as I open the door, I start apologizing. Look, man. I am terribly sorry, man, but it was an old brother came with it too. All right, hey, I've been doing this 20, 30 years, okay? I done seen it all. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna go in there and take care of you. Now you watch him walking in that bathroom and you just sitting on the bed in shame. He go in there with the plunger. All right, I'm gonna take care of you. And I'm sitting on the bed. This is all I hear. God damn. All my 35 years, I ain't seen this kind of shit in this goddamn toilet. Don't make no goddamn sense. I'm gonna have to get the snake this shit up out of here. Then he walked out, he looked at me. You gonna need to change your diet, son. Get you some more fruits and vegetables or some fiber in there. I've been on this road. Sometimes they put you in horrible hotels. Sometimes hotels are bad when you're a comedian, especially when you're not famous and don't nobody know you. It's bad. One hotel I was in, this is when I knew the hotel was bad because they gave me a real key instead of a card key. Like, this is a real key, man. And the man, I was like, this is a real key. And the people was mad, yeah, it's a real key. And if you lose it, it's $85 if we need to make a copy. Now, you can rent you a DVD right here. We got our continental breakfast that starts at 4:30 a.m. and ends at 5. If you miss it, you miss it. I walked into my room. It was a brother in there asleep. My man don't be making all that noise. I got to be at work in the morning. So I'm like, man, this is horrific, man. This is bad. Doing comedy. One time, has anybody ever rode the Greyhound? Man, I had to do that one time. I ended up buying a flight on this site called Skip Lag. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that. So it was a site where you can go on and you can buy just a leg of a flight for cheap. I was trying to save money. I had a show in Indianapolis, and I paid like $50 one way, and the ticket back was another $60. So I'm in India, I do the show. A blizzard comes to Indianapolis. The flight going back is canceled. Now I'm going to have to spend more in hotel money. So I looked up the flights. It was like $800-900 to fly back. Then I was like, damn, I'm going to have to get on Greyhound. Greyhound is the absolute worst. This is a place where I guess if you get fired from the airport, this is where they send your ass to work. And then the thing about the Greyhound bus station, I don't know if they use the pissy plug-ins or what. It's just piss and homeless people and just absolute failure. Just failure. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, I know I'm just too good for this. This is horrific. And I get there, there's like all these people, like, you see how y'all packed in here? This is what the counter looked like. This is literally what the counter looked like, is people trying to get tickets. We had our tickets. Then the lady goes, the bus driver just quit. Y'all gonna have to get another bus. I said, what? The bus driver just quit. The bus driver pulled the bus up and said, fuck this shit, I'm out. Now the lady working at the counter, we all packed like y'all are, right? She looked at her watch, well, that's my lunch. I'm like, bro, this is hell right now. Man, I waited another 3-4 hours. They finally started loading the bus up. I mean, if you are traveling Greyhound, they need to give you a weapon or something. I'm watching the bus driver. He's standing there while people getting on the bus. He hate his life. He not greeting nobody. I'm like, hey, how you doing, sir? He ain't checking nobody, nothing. I'm on the bus. It's me. I'm with homeless people, ex-cons, drug mules. I'm sitting by a family. They got a crock pot. They cooking. They cooking. There was some fucking rednecks on it, just cooking, telling me, yeah, we love it. Yeah, we just travel. We're going from, we gonna stay here on the bus. They dipping and talking to me. We gonna stay here. You want some of these beans? No. We gonna be here on the bus. We're riding this thing all the way. We're gonna go up to the mountains in Cali. I say, from Indianapolis on a Greyhound? Yeah, that's how we do it. I'm like, this is disgusting. It was just so nasty. Everybody was dirty. And don't go in the bathroom. You're gonna die in there. It was a dead body in there. It was so nasty, man. And then you stop, like they do little stops. So every 4 hours they stop at a place. And it's just, the Greyhound bus stop places are just, it is horrific. I was listening to one guy talk. He was working there cleaning the day or something. I ain't got much long to hear shit. I'm about to get on this Spirit. Like, Spirit Airlines would be the destination to leave the Greyhound station. And then we finally get to Atlanta. They drop you off by a homeless encampment. And my wife had to come get me, you know what I mean? And I stood up on the bus. I ain't gonna lie. I did stand up and I told her, I said, look, y'all, I'm better than all y'all. This is a once in a lifetime chance that I'm on this goddamn bus. But all y'all need to be here. I don't belong. And we finally get to Atlanta, and they drop you off this homeless place, and all the people standing out, and I came out, I'm pushing through the people, and I'm dusty and stank. I had to flag my wife down 3 times. She didn't even know it was me. I grew a beard in 12 hours. I mean, this shit was horrific, man. It's just the worst shit in the world. I couldn't believe it. I know I came up here to that BBL drizzy. BBLs. There are men getting BBLs too. I live in Atlanta. There's some gay brothers with them, and I was at home and I saw this fat ass. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is that? And motherfucker, man, what the fuck you looking at? I'm like, ah! Oh, God. Ah, man. Because if you a man with a fat ass, you just, listen, man. You can't be a protector. Don't nobody respect you. Don't nobody respect no man with no hips and fat ass. You can't, I don't care how tough you think you are, you're not tough. If you're a man with a hips and fat ass, all you can do is tickle a nigga to death. That's it. You can't fight, you can't do shit. You got hips, you got childbearing hips as a man. BBL dress. A lot of brothers getting a lot of stuff done though. You can get hair, Like if I was single, I'd get me hair, man. I'd get that. You get these man units. Brothers getting man units. You get a whole fade. You seen that, brother? You get the whole fade. Boy, if I was single, I'd be up here right now with dreads down to my back, with a full beard. I'd be meeting women in the club. They wouldn't even know I was bald. And we got home and got to the bedroom. I'd just take my dreads off and hang them up. Then I'd take off my beard and plug it into the nightstand on the charger. And then I'd look her in the eye and say, take that lace front off and take off them lashes, and we could lay in the bed like two potato heads. Because we need to be honest with each other. There's no reason for us to lie. That's it's messed up. Everybody getting changed. Everybody getting enhancements. They got a thing now in Atlanta. They got these veneer techs. Like if you're gonna get your teeth done, go to a damn dentist.